What's good, YouTube? TP Locks here, bringing you guys another video. Yes, now first things first, I gotta apologize because I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I was sick as a dog last week. All right, to skip out on doing a video. I really wanted to, but I didn't want to be on here all nasally and congested. You can probably hear that I'm a little congested now as well, but I am back. Just bringing you guys a 19-month update. Yes, I have had my locks for 19 months. I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about the mentality that goes into it, how I think about it. I think it's really important to give you guys these hair updates because there are people that are tracking the journey, wanting to see, you know, how my morale is after 19 months. They want to see what my hair looks like after 19 months. They want to see the progression of my mentality from one update to the next. So 19 months, getting very close to 2 years. Show you guys my length. Just give you guys some general updates about what's been going on in my life. All right, if you're interested, stay tuned. Per usual, if you have not subscribed already, please do so right now. As well as subscribing, please make sure you hit the notification bell as well. That way you stay notified of all the latest content. The moment I post a video, you will be notified in your phones, right next to the text by your baby mamas or your girls or your dudes or your grandmamas, whoever's texting you or whatever. If you want those notifications, hit that little notification bell so you can get notified, all right? Alrighty, right. Let's go. Those of you guys who've been following me for a really long time already recognize the original set. My house is a mess right now. My daughter and my wife are out. I think they went to a Husky game. Like I said, I've been feeling under the weather, so I've been trying to make sure I stay home and preserve all the energy that I possibly can by just chilling. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm at home chilling, hence the reason why you guys got this set, all right? 19 months, man. 19 months with Dreadlock. You guys who are just now new to the channel, started my locks February 24th of 2018. Date, the 19th month mark was about 4 days ago. I haven't really been doing a good job of keeping track of this religiously. I tend to kind of just sporadically just give you guys an update. Really, I mean, if I'm being honest, it's just based on not having a topic to discuss that week. And these are typically the videos that I do, honestly, when I don't have a topic that I feel like is compelling or as compelling. And there's several things that we could talk about with locks, but this week I just wanted to make sure that we talked specifically about my mentality going into the 19-month time frame. Aside from it being my 19th month lock update, it is also very close, getting very close to my 28th birthday. Yes, I was born October 2nd, 1991. Libra boy, Libra gang, Libra stand up. Quite like turning 28, the 19-month lock update has very similar significance. When it comes to 19-month lock, I use Jamaican black castor oil in the mornings, typically right on my scalp, applied to areas that, you know, I feel like are either thin or I want to stimulate the growth. Then I also use rose water in the morning just to kind of naturally wake my locks up, give them a natural little moisturizer, and that's usually about it. I sleep with a cap. Sometimes, I can't lie to you guys, sleeping with a satin cap, some nights I am horrible with that. Some nights I just go straight to bed without a cap. I'm at the stage right now where it's definitely still a threat to build up, and it's definitely still a threat to damage. So I don't want to say that you should be doing that, but I'm kind of at the stage right now where it's not as detrimental. You know, a lot of my locks are kind of entering a more mature stage, so I don't feel like a lot of the time I'm having to worry about my hair either unraveling or a lot of buildup, especially with the pillows. I do have satin covered pillows, so, you know, as far as my hair looking out of place, my hair does a really good job of kind of just doing a natural hang anyway. So I'm not too worried about my hair not being trained or laid in the way that, you know, most people would deem aesthetically pleasing, right? That's changed a little bit. Overall, I can definitely tell you that at 19 months, really what sort of kind of kicks in is a little bit of the senioritis. And I know that's kind of funny. I haven't been in the game very long, so the idea of having senioritis is pretty hilarious, you know, especially in comparison to people like, you know, Seb Atreyu, but you know, or Dynasty Gang or Gunther before, or Jimmy Got Soul. Like, you know, I haven't even been in 2 years yet, but you know, 19 months is a lot of time. It's a lot of time. It's several days of waking up every day, kind of, you know, replicating the same regimen over and over and over again. So, you know, some of the intricacies and the, you know, the absolute don't do's, or, you know, I've kind of relaxed a little bit about that. I think with this phase of my journey at 19 months, I won't say that I become less regimented, but I will say that my mind is less occupied with, you know, the impact of every single action towards my locks. The more you start to get into this journey, and I'm learning this from channels of people who have had locks, you know, for, you know, 5 years plus, the more you get into your journey, the more you kind of realize that it's not really just about your hair. It's sort of more so about the mentality that you take onto your life, and the personality traits and the confidence boost and just the spiritual alignment that you get as a result of the hair. I think that's kind of where I'm transitioning. You know, the locks themselves, I'm definitely doing my grooming. I'm making sure that they're grown. I'm taking multivitamins. I'm drinking water. I'm doing everything that I possibly can. But as far as thinking about it and thinking about every intricate detail like most of us do in the very early stages, I'm not on that anymore. As far as tracking growth, I don't really track my growth as much anymore. Like, I think it's a very peculiar space when you have your locks and you don't twist them as frequently, because it always gives the illusion that your hair is shorter than what it actually is. I don't even remember when the last time I got my retwist. I think as of right now, I try to minimize the amount of times that I get my retwist, just because I don't want to promote, you know, having additional stress on my hair. So typically I'm just kind of letting it do what it do. It's kind of like a minimalist approach that I'm taking right now on my locks. And I think that's a beautiful thing. At 19 months, you know, it's great to not really have to think too much about what's going on. You know, I could leave my do-rag on and go to sleep with it. It could be perfectly fine, or I could forget and it'd be just as fine as well. I think the beautiful thing about, like I said, this journey is that you're learning, you're understanding that it's gonna be fine no matter what. With kind of allowing my locks to kind of just not be twisted as frequently, I have been tempted, though, I'm not gonna lie, I have been tempted to inquire about the freeform lock journey. Sometimes I see freeform locks and just thicker locks in general, and I'm like, man, those are kind of dope, and I like the freedom of it, and I like the low maintenance appeal to it. But at the same time, I just really love my journey. I really love the size of my locks, and I ain't really about that. I ain't really about that life for real. But you know, I'm really enjoying the journey, you guys. I am enjoying the journey. Work is going great. Last week, I think the reason why I got sick was because, you know, things were just really picking up at work. I had a lot of events that I had to plan for, some logistics that I had to make sure I took care of. And, you know, it was basically essentially an international meeting, you know, for 200 plus people. And I was trying to make sure that I, you know, was coordinating everything for that appropriately. And 200 people from all across the country, all across the globe in one room or throughout a week, somebody gonna get sick. And that's exactly what happened. So, you know, life has been great. As far as turning 28, like I said, it's a lot like, you know, your 9 months. I mean, are you thinking about every year that you know, that you grow? Are you thinking about every year older that you get? Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm definitely not. You know, and 28's not really a benchmark year. 19 months isn't really a benchmark month. So, you know, I'm appreciative of life. I'm appreciative of the growth. And when I tell you guys, I'm not a super religious person, but God is my everything. We were watching The Matrix at one point, and my wife was like, yo, what would you do if you found out that all of this was a Matrix? And I'm like, I wouldn't believe it, you know. And she's like, why? I was like, man, because my God's been too real. He's been too real, man. But, you know, I say all that to say that, like, this past year has been one of bountiful blessings, man. And just this last year, so from a professional standpoint, just trying to transition into a space where I could provide for my family. And, you know, this past year, I was able to transition into a space that, you know, has us doing really, really well for ourselves. And, you know, we're just blessed, you know, bountifully blessed. And, you know, it's getting better. You know, it is getting better every day. We're continuing to put that work in. My wife, I feel like I just spit all over the camera. You know, my wife has been doing really good with her career as well. She's primarily a stay-at-home mom, but she also does some really dope stuff on the side. One day we're gonna get her YouTube channel popping on in the category of like modeling, acting. You know, she's done some pretty dope stuff, you guys. Yeah, we got a squad over here. Life has just been really blessing me, man. And I think as far as 28 and it's this 19th month, I'm just really, really appreciative of all the blessings that God has presented to my way and my family's way. That's really all I would have to say about, you know, 28 and 19 months, man. It's really truly been amazing. I think really what I want to share with you guys really in this moment of clarity is that pick something that you want to do. Hopefully it's something that you enjoy doing, and just work on it every day. Understand that life is all about the increments. It's all about the incremental blessings and the incremental steps that you make towards the reality that you want your life to uphold, right? So incremental blessings is understanding that everything from the spectrum of winning the lotto to getting a compliment from a stranger, understanding that those things are blessings, understanding how to manifest that positivity from those little things and those big things, as well as also understanding that the increment that you progress every day, doing one or two things every day towards your goal, is ultimately gonna make success and inevitability for you. If you're one of those people that, you know, likes to sort of dwell in a pessimistic mindset, it is gonna stagnate your productivity. It is gonna stagnate your peace of mind. It's gonna stagnate how you feel about what you're doing. But if you can just accept the idea that if you're working towards what you wanna do incrementally every day, success is inevitable. It legit is an inevitability. I sound like a motivational speaker and stuff, and I don't want to get into that, but yeah, man, this is just at 28, 19 months, this is my moment of spiritual clarity. This is where I am at. This is mentally just what I believe and how I feel, and hopefully you guys can branch off from that, and hopefully you guys can feed off of that. But you know, I'm a grown man, dog. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the lack of adequate beard and abundance of peach fuzz fool you. I'm really enjoying life. I'm really enjoying life right now. As far as my hair and what it looks like, you know, I'm not big on doing the 360s. But, you know, I just let y'all kind of see my locks. What's really weird is that I stopped going to my barber, man. I stopped going to my barber, and it wasn't because I don't trust my barber. It's just because I am really afraid of having my locks in the front cut and thinned, even by the smallest, that word again, increment, even just taking one hair away is just, I'm really fearful of that at this point. So I tend to let my hair kind of do its thing, leave it alone. Like I said, I'm looking like who let the dogs out right now, and that's okay with me. But you know, like I said, that is something that, you know, heads up if you have high top locks. You know, at some point you do want to minimize the amount of times that people are just cutting into your hairline. And I know right now for me, that's kind of what I'm on. I just want a minimalized approach, and you know, if I can cut it, I'm just gonna cut it myself. That's what I'm gonna do. There's a little bit of carpet work being done right now in the apartments, so I'm gonna end this video. I didn't want it to be too long anyway. You guys to understand, 19 months. It's been a beautiful journey. Life has been beautiful. Approach every day incrementally. Approach your journeys incrementally. Approach your life incrementally. Appreciate those blessings, one increment at a time, from small, you know, all the way to the compliment, all the way up to the lotto win. All right, this is TP Locks signing out.